We should have gotten a beer first because my hands are just doing this now.
Right, now what are you going to do with your hands? Start?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right, let's go. Welcome us in.
Well, what's up, Zane? Thanks. Thanks for coming to Naperville, man. Yeah, this is awesome. And we know this tour is a long time coming, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 years in the making?
What's weird is we don't have any beers right now. So,
check that.
Take that. Take that. I'm gonna go run. Here, you talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Zane's going to run and get more beers.
It was an obvious problem with this interview.
I told you I needed something in my hand.
You gotta go.
Yeah. Oh, you did it. Good.
We'll take the 3 beers.
Yeah, good.
See you later.
No, I'm gonna charge you for them. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah. Take 2.
A long time coming, 2 freaking years, right? You've been developing this tour and you finally got out on the road.
Yeah. The tickets were supposed to go on sale March 15th, which I think was St. Patrick's Day of 2020. Which is crazy. We're gearing up for that. Although we kind of got the sense going into it that it was going to maybe have to be postponed a little bit. But then we kept postponing it more and more and more and more. And then we said, you know, let's do it. So the first states we did, booking them in February, were Florida, because I think they thought they were stronger than COVID, and then Texas, where they just shot COVID, and it worked. And so those were where we did our first shows in Oklahoma, and then we've done the South, and so this is show 40 tonight.
Did you think like that delay kind of gave you time to like refine what you were doing, or maybe make some improvements?
You know, to some degree, that's a good question. To some degree, there's you can't have too much prep time. You can get antsy, you know, but like at some point, I can write as much as I want, but until I'm performing in front of people, I won't kind of get my rhythm and stuff like that. So you guys will get to see show number 40 tonight. I think we kind of talked about, we really started to really dial it in like around show 30. But even at home, I built a fire pit out front of my house during the pandemic, and then I had seats around there, and so I had friends come over, 6 to 10 friends, distance, you know, whatever, and then I just did my stand-up in front of them, which was really awkward, but you got to do it, right? Because by the time I did my first performance, which was at LA Ale Works in Los Angeles, I wanted to at least have an idea of what worked. So now, honestly, I'm just having fun with it. Now it's like it's good. I was having fun the whole time, but now I'm so comfortable with the material. Yeah, it's great. It's great. So.
The venues have got to be incredible, super unique. How's it to do venues, so unique venues? How'd you pick a brewery besides the beer, obviously?
Well, how'd
you get into that?
Yeah, when you say like it's unique is the better. I think you said awesome and unique. I forget what you just said because it was 10 seconds ago, and I have a short memory. But like, yeah, unique is the word I gravitate towards, because it is like none of these places are set up for this kind of thing. There was one, maybe Intuition Ale Works. They had a stage in Jacksonville, and there's a few places like Service Brewing in Savannah. They had a stage. Some places have stages. They're good. Mostly they're made for music, you know. But we're like, you know, let's work together with the breweries. They're excited to have these events, and we'll work with you guys and figure it out. And like, these guys weren't set up. We're out, you know, we're in the actual brewery right now, you know, and fitting 300 people and.
So I'm gonna swing it around here. I have a question too. So I was listening to one of the podcasts more recently. Learned you were Trekkie. Awesome. So am I. And just the fact that you said everyone is hungry for live entertainment. So can you kind of speak on that? I mean, you have a very unique also viewpoint. You could take a snapshot of the nation basically within a couple of months. Yeah. What's that feel like?
I mean, you know, look, it was. And you said it too, right? About just the fact of a brewery is like, why are we here? I forget who asked the questions, but yeah, I'm giving him credit.
They're brothers.
Yeah. Okay, that's what it is. Okay,
they're brothers.
They're like Vikings. So the you know, being able to do it at breweries instead of doing it at theaters. Now, theaters were still a little hesitant when we were booking these things back in like February. But the breweries were like, yeah, we can make it work. And if we have to postpone, we postpone it. No big deal. Right. So getting to do it at the breweries with, you know, local beer, local people, and and just the hospitable nature of breweries and the brewing industry. Like, you know, I assume you guys know this, but like if these guys run out of like some hops or something like that, they can go to the closest brewery and be like, hey, can we get some hops? And be like, sure, whatever you need.
Yeah.
It's a very like tight knit, but also sharing and open community. Right. There's not a lot of competition. Everyone's just like, like for the most part, people are brewing because they love beer and they love this business, and so getting to step in and kind of, you know, jump on the backs of that kind of those relationships just made it easy and fun. And you know, every time we go to a brewery, it's a fun experience, a different experience, a fun experience.
And that's kind of something we've noticed too, and that's why we still do these videos. It's a community around here. I know it's everywhere, but you know, we've gotten to know these people. They're our friends now.
Well,
you know,
for
things
example,
like that.
In Woodbridge, not too far away from here, Illinois, one of our friends, Skeleton Key Brewery, tornado came through, ripped up their brewery. But like even New Whistle came and everyone came in to buy whatever beer that they had and sell it at their breweries and donate it all back to them to rebuild the brewery.
That's it.
So, you can kind of tell right there, like that's how the community is.
Like why didn't wineries get this? You know what I mean? Like why couldn't wineries be fun? You know what I mean? Like it's
all
just
competitive now.
It's competitive, but it's also a little bit like secretive and like, hey, how'd you make this beer? I'll come over, I'll show you.
Let's go way back, like 2006, Three Sheets premiered.
Okay.
There were roughly 1,400 some odd craft breweries in the United States.
Okay.
Now we're creeping up to like 9,000.
Yeah. How much credit do you give me is the question.
There you go.
Like 86% at least. But
can you turn this off? Thanks. No, off. Well, at least it was me singing, so we have the rights to that.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Good. I joke around about it, but there have been a bunch of breweries that have been on the tour so far that kind of credit the shows that I've done. Not me, the shows that I've done for inspiring them to get into brewing and that kind of thing. So, you know, I mean, look, we were doing it. It was at the right time. You know, it was at the beginning of the brewery movement, the beginning of the craft cocktail movement, and people were starting to like experiment with things, and the word local really started to mean something then. So I got lucky, I guess, you know?
Yeah, it's cool that you're here to shed a light on these local places again and kind of come in full circle. And, man, we love having you.
It certainly inspired us. I mean, I can tell you, like back in 2006, we were going to liquor stores where the craft brewing selection was about like yay big, and then, you know, we'd go make some like honey sriracha wings and watch Three Sheets and stuff like that. So definitely got us into trying different styles and actually homebrewing too. So
well, it's good. I mean, look, it's I've learned a lot, and as I talk about in my show, my job is not really to educate, it's to entertain. And if you accidentally learn something, or you get inspired to go do something, or inspired to go someplace or try something, then that's an ancillary benefit to what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have a good time. But of course, the drinking, everything is a through line, and it's pretty fun too, you know, and delicious.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, let's
thank you. I mean, is there anything you want to plug?
Oh yeah, plug something.
Listen, I'm so happy you guys finally got me on your show. I've been begging forever to get on this, and I don't know if my agent called you or the president of the world or whatever.
It's Christina.
Yeah.
She's a
there we go. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
My pleasure.
Well, cool.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Have a great show.
You got it. Enjoy it.
Thanks.
Enjoy the show.